Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is JupiterJames and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language and knowledge that we were able to look down at our birth charts and see exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're gonna get into Saturn in the 5th house. Now Saturn in the 5th house is gonna give me a placement of a soul whose biggest lesson is in expressing themselves. Their biggest lesson is in putting themselves out there. And it is through them putting themselves out there that all the things they want, like love and fame and fun and joy, are realized, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and unpack this let's dive deep into this aspect and like spread it apart. That way we're able to really do more with the information we've been given, and we're not just confined to Saturn in the 5th house, okay? Now, Saturn in the birth chart for me is always gonna show me what this soul on the planet is here to learn, all right? Believe it or not, we are not just here to work all of our lives and get a girlfriend, get a husband, get a wife, go to college, drive all day, do this, do that, and then die. No, we are here actually to learn lessons and to cultivate things within our personality that we did not come down here with. We are meant to leave the planet with a newfound sense of who we are, and what we are capable of. That way we are able to ascend to the next rung on the ladder. We are able to offer something to the universe that is something a little bit more, because this is the universe experiencing self, and it's to learn more of what this is about, and you are one of the stewards of that. And your soul is here to acquire certain things in your personality that you did not come down to the planet with, all right? And it is then and only then that you are able to pass your tests and move forward, all right, on the karmic wheel and in the all that is. But with Saturn, it shows me what you are here to learn, and through that, the way that Saturn will do it is it will throw you, Saturn will throw you the same lesson over and over and over and over again in a different situation, a different guy, but they'll be the same, but they'll just look different. It will have a different covering, and each lesson will get more and more intense until you learn it, until you confront it, until you approach it from a different angle, until you learn the lesson and say, okay, I need to approach this from a different way. I need to come at this from a different angle, because I remember last time when this and that happened, the same way that this is happening, I did it that way and it didn't work. You know, it's gonna force you to do that thing that is foreign to you in order to get through it. That way, by the time you hit 30, you've acquired this new personality trait. You've acquired this new skill that unless you cultivate it, you can't get through. You can't pass. You can't live your life functionally anymore without doing it. Understand? So that is what Saturn is going to offer and be in this life. And by the ages of 28 to 30, life is going to turn upside down in that area. And like I said, unless you do the thing that you know you should do in this area, because by then you'll know what you need to do. By 28 to 30, you're going to know the exact thing you need to do, that if you don't do it, you can't live a functional life. You can't move forward. You can't fully realize who you are, because they say by 30, that is when you become a fully actualized human being and person, okay? And this is when you really actually walk out into the world fully being who you are meant to be, okay? So moving on to the 5th house. Now the 5th house is all about joy. It's fun. It's ruled by Leo and the sun. No matter what planets and no matter what sign is governing your 5th house, know that the default settings of the birth chart is always going to have Leo and the sun ruling the 5th house, okay? And this is all the fun things in life. I don't know why when I think of 5th house, I just think of, you know, the times when you're at home and you need to let your hair down, and so you call up the guys, you call up the girls, and you say, let's go out. Let's just go out and let our hair down. And the atmosphere of you getting dressed up, getting in the Uber, going to the clubs that you go to, going to the bars that you go to, this is 5th house energy. When you get into that energy of calling up your friends and going out, You are now living under the 5th house energy in your 5th house sign, okay? This is the atmosphere, this is the flavor, this is what this will be, all right? So, with that being said, and this is also your romantic life and your dating life and your children and your intelligence, all right? So with that being said, what happens when we take Saturn and we throw it into the 5th house? Saturn in the 5th house is gonna give me the energy of someone who is learning how to have fun in this life. You are learning how to date. You are really learning very important critical lessons of how to express yourself and how to let go and have fun, okay? You are learning the lessons of expressing yourself and showing off your creativity and showing off your children and having children. With this placement, you could find that having children could be hard for you, or you may have to go through a lot of challenges when it comes time for you to have children. Your children are gonna teach you a lot when you finally do come around to having children. But also, you are learning a lot when it comes to your romance as well. You may be someone who doesn't get into a relationship until very late in life. You could be someone that, you know, you look around and everyone is kissing on the dance floor. Everyone is hooking up on the dance floor, but you're always the one going home ordering McDonald's. You're the one that's always, you're just like, why? What is it? Is there a secret that I don't know about that everyone just like hooks up but me? I don't get it. Are they in on something that I don't know? Is it me? Like, that's what Saturn in the 5th house is gonna be. It's gonna really restrict and make it challenging in that area of life because it's something that you need to do that you aren't doing, that is not in your personality yet, you know? So for you, you're gonna think like, okay, well, I'm out here, like I'm out, I'm having fun, like I'm ready, I'm making myself available. But when you're out, what's really happening is that maybe in your body language, you seem a little like you don't want to be bothered. Maybe you have a way about you or an aura about you that you're putting out that is not very welcoming. Even though in your mind, you may think that you are being welcoming and maybe you have the best of intentions, but to the other person or to the people in the environment, it can seem like you're not very open to interaction. Maybe you're not open to dating. You're learning a lot of lessons in that. And so maybe with Saturn, this Saturn return, when Saturn rolls around to your 5th house, you are gonna be learning in this area of your life, okay, I need to come at this from a different approach. Now, this could also be the same approach to your creativity. You are gonna be put in a position when your Saturn return happens that you have to showcase your talent. You have to showcase your creativity. You have to showcase your intelligence. You have to put yourself out there. You are gonna be put in a situation, for example, that maybe you have to present this thing or this presentation, or you have to show off something for your job where they're putting you as the face of a job and you're like, but I'm not ready. I don't know if I can do it. But you have to trust that you have the skills, you have the wherewithal to be the face. You have it. So show it and be out there, or you're not going to be able to get that promotion. You're not going to be able to afford your rent. You're not going to be able to get that partner that you want. You're not going to be able to have fun unless you let go and allow the universe to push you into the spotlight. This is someone who is learning to be in the spotlight, learning to own their own sense of other people celebrating you, other people seeing you, other people going, oh my God, like that was so good. For you, I bet that's so uncomfortable for you when people go, oh my God, you did so good. You probably are someone that doesn't want to take compliments, or it's hard for you to really take that. This could just, I don't know why, this also gives me the energy of someone like who was a child star, you know, who, you know, they grew up in the theater or they're a young musician and they're learning how to finally one day get out there and be a fully realized actress, a fully realized musician, a fully realized creative. And that could be you. You could be someone who is learning the art of being yourself, of being out and being expressive. And you find that when you're on a date, when you are out, that unless you fully just be who you are, people don't respond. Unless you fully be who you are, you can't get that date. Unless you fully show what you are and the personality that you have. And I'm sure it's a beautiful personality. I'm sure you are so gifted in the arts. You are so creative. You are so smart. I'm sure you are, but for some reason you don't want to let that be shown. For some reason you find that you let others take the spotlight. You let others do it for you. But this is when Saturn rolls around to your 5th house, when that transit hits your 5th house, you're gonna find that life is going to put you in a situation where you have to take the spotlight, where you have to showcase your talent, where you have to showcase your creative forces, where you have to showcase your intelligence, or life as you know it will not be able to progress forward, okay? And so I really encourage you to show yourself, don't be afraid, okay? You are so talented, you're so magnetic, you are so, you are a fun person, you are, you know, that's why your friends love you, but something in this area is really restricting you from that. Or something, whether it be other people could be restricting you from it and you allow it, whether it be you yourself just not wanting to do it. You just, oh, I don't need to show anybody anything. I'm just be modest, I'm gonna be humble. No. Saturn wants you to be a star in this life. Saturn wants you to get used to being in the spotlight, but it's gonna make it hard because it is only through friction, through pain that we say, okay, enough is enough, you know? If this sounds like you, can you let me know in the comments below if this sounds like you? Are you someone that struggles with being in the spotlight? Are you someone that is learning the art of being in the spotlight, of showcasing your talents, gifts, and abilities? Or is this you, okay? Let me know, and while you're at it, let me know the sign that your 5th house is in with the Saturn, all right? And I will write back what your Saturn return could be for you and what the lessons you are here to learn could be for you, okay? I'll write that back to you. But really, I really do encourage you to allow others to hype you up big, allow others to cheer you on, allow others to see you, because it is in others seeing you that you're gonna be able to progress in this world. And I would really make the wager these are my musicians, these are my actors, these are my celebrities, these are my people that are really going to be a force to be reckoned with in that field of life, in the creative areas of life. These are the people that are gonna be powerhouses, but it's gonna take some learning lessons, you know, it's gonna take some growing pains, and Saturn is one of those growing pains that it's gonna make things hard and it's gonna restrict a lot of things. That way you fight against it and you fight against yourself, you fight against that part in you that would rather not, that would let other people do it, that would just take the back seat. It's gonna force you in the front row position, it's gonna force you in the passenger seat and out on the stage to do the thing that you need to do, because you are meant to be in the spotlight. And it's when you fight against that thing in you that doesn't want to be that you will get all the things that you want in life. You will receive joy, you will receive love, you will receive fame, you will receive you will receive the good, fun things in life, you know? So this is a very beautiful placement. This is a very cool placement, to be honest. Like, this is one of the easier Saturn return placements, because really the lesson is to just be yourself, to have fun, okay? Like, let your hair down, it's okay. Be willy-nilly, be free, let your freak flag fly. That you have one of the, I don't wanna say easier because nothing's easier. What I will say is that you have one of the more fun placements, where it's like, the universe just wants you to be a star. That's all it wants from you. It wants you to take up your mantle and say, here I am, world, this is me. You know, and through that, I promise you, people they will eat it up. They will eat it up. Whatever you have, they will eat it up because you have it, okay? And you just have to trust yourself enough to say, I have it, I'm ready, okay? You are the only one holding you back. So I really do hope that this gave you some inspiration and encouragement with this unique placement within your birth chart. Know that I'm rooting for you. Know that I know that you have what it takes, okay? And I'm just here being another reinforcing voice, another reinforcing force in the universe to let you know that you have exactly what it takes to really fully realize the life that you want to live, all right? And this is one of those key areas that if you do it, you will live it, all right? But if you would love for me to do a different video on a different placement within your birth chart that has nothing to do with Saturn, let me know in the comments below, and I will be sure to get that in the queue as a part of the videos that I will be getting out for you guys. But until then, know that I'm rooting for you. I see you, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Bye.